Growing up, there's one important thing that my mom always taught us is that you never ever left the house without making up your bed. I don't know how many of you have been raised like that. You don't leave the house. So meaning that when you get back home, you will not get into a bed that has not been made up. So in the same way, after this evening with the presentation that you're about to hear, you need to make up your mind. Nobody can make up your mind for you. If one is indecisive in life, someone else can make up your mind for you. So this is going to be such an informative session, and I know you are going to be blessed this evening. We've got Shane D on the call here. We've got the real Zef Khan, and then we've got Frankie as well. That is here on the call. That is just phenomenal leaders, guys. These guys are they have a well of information and well of knowledge that they have. And I think before we go any further, if we can just show some love to all of these guys, to Shane D, to Zef, and to Frankie, to Prema, even in her absence, for the selfless character that they have, where they just keep on giving. They just keep on giving. They're giving their time every single day to be on these calls and to share this information with everyone. So won't you show some love to them, show some hearts, and all these nice icons that is there. Let's just give it up for them this evening. So guys, without wasting any time, uh, I'm gonna immediately introduce this evening a man that needs no introduction. I have learned to know him. I got acquainted to him obviously on this platform, and we've had some nice engagements. I mean, the wisdom that this guy has. He is a life coach. He is a mentor. He is such a motivator, and his heart is he's really got a heart of gold. I like the way Frankie says it. She says that this world needs more people like Zeph. And he's just a beautiful human being, a beautiful soul, beautiful heart. And it gives me the greatest pleasure this evening to introduce you to Zev, who's going to do the first segment of this presentation. And guys, make sure that you have your notebooks, get a pen. You need to make some notes. You need to make sure that you capture all of this information. And I trust that you're going to be blessed this evening. Zev, over to you, my brother.
Thank you so much, Pastor Jerome. Thank you, Shane, Frankie, Ndumi, every one of you that's on this call. We always attract the people that we are like. And, as much as you want to thank me for all that, I thank you all right back. Because we are here today because of one thing, community. The word in community is unity. So we're all coming together for an amazing project that can help enrich and touch many lives, not just for today, but for the many, many, many years to come. Think of this as generational wealth. Some of you may have heard of it, some of you have not. What is generational wealth? Well, you look at the guy who, Colonel Sanders from KFC, right? He created generational wealth for his family. Why? Because his grandkids, great grandkids, and even the kids that haven't been born will be born into wealth because he made a decision and ran with it and did something. You over here are going to see the same thing. No lucky recipe to that, but a recipe for financial independence where no matter what happens, no matter if the government changes the rules tomorrow, you will still be in an abundant state. And I always believe poverty only exists in the mind, doesn't exist anywhere else, only in the mind. When people say, okay, this is the poverty community, well, that's a poverty community, but one person from the community makes it out. What happens after that? Everyone begins to believe. You may be the one person in your family, and your family may have no millionaires. You have the opportunity of becoming one. And what will that do? That will change everything for everyone, right? So I'm going to present the opportunity, the first half, and then we'll hand it over to our wonderful speaker, Shane, after that. So guessing that Frankie and the rest of the co-hosts are going to handle the waiting room, and let me get to it. All right, so if y'all can see my screen, just give me a unmute or something. So
Can see it.
great, thanks, Frankie. All right, so basically, welcome to the world's first community building program on the OPBNB blockchain, right? So if you are new to crypto or you haven't heard about it or you just heard about it, that is fine. Whenever you're learning something new, right? So Zig Ziglar used to always challenge his kids, and also Sarah Blakely, who is one of the world's only self-made female billionaires. That's her father used to tell her every night before she goes to bed, "What have you failed at, Sarah?" And she would be confused because the reason is they would laugh about it and they would learn about it. So she becomes so comfortable with failing that she started winning by default. Because in life, we often look at things when someone fails at something, we think it's a big thing. It's not a big thing, it's a small thing, right? You just didn't find a way how to do it right. And if you know, you can get ahead. So crypto is very new in the world. It's still new. It'll still probably be new for the next 10 years, but the opportunity you can see today will put you way ahead in 10 years' time, starting from today. So what is this, right? So this is a smart contract, right? So a smart contract is a self-executing digital agreement encoded in a code operating on blockchain platforms like Ethereum. So Ethereum is known as the queen of crypto. You may have heard of Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is the king, came first. There'll never ever be another Bitcoin. God knows when something like that will come around again, but there are other ones out there, right? So basically, this automates contract enforcement, enhancing transparency, security, and efficiency by eliminating intermediaries. This is widely used in sectors like finance and supply chain management. However, smart contracts streamline processes, basically builds trust through decentralization. However, they also face challenges such as code vulnerabilities and complexities. However, when you look at the Web3 platform, smart contract, what we have basically, the advantages here, right? So there's many advantages and disadvantages to many things, but with this, there's a lot more advantages than anything else, right? I'm going to just go through it here just to give you all an insight as to what this is. So a smart contract will make RightDNB affiliate program. Now, what is affiliate? Affiliate means that, you know what, you refer someone and you get paid for it as well, which is fine, because in life, often we are all walking, talking billboards for other people's products, right? You go buy your latest Nike shoes and you show it off. Who made money, right? Nike made money because that shoe has been made in China for less than 20 cents. And you paid what? You paid about 3,000 Rand, right? Simple as that. You think about that, right? That's how the world works, right? So you can get paid for doing this, right? Simple as that, and you can get paid abundantly. So what this basically does is this ensures transparency. Eliminating intermediaries, this boosts security, reduces fraud, and streamline operations, distinguishing RightDNB from other platforms. Now, I've spoken to other people who are also part of different smart contracts, and one of the reasons why those smart contracts didn't work, they used Ethereum as a payment gate. And Ethereum is one of the worst things you can use. Why? Because the gas fees, you cannot control that. It can go rocket high at times where you can be paying 40%, 50% of your earnings back just to get your winnings or earnings out. Here, it is so low you don't even recognize it, and that's why this is unstoppable. There's almost 300,000 people on board. I think they crossed over 300,000 over the weekend in just 2.5 months. Number one, this is ownership free, right? So ownership free, what that means is that there's no CEO, there's no boss in charge who maybe wake up tomorrow morning and say, you know what, we made enough money, let's close it up. A lot of people have been involved in those things. I know I have as well, where the CEO got greedy and decided, you know what, it's enough, we made it, and let's just close it down. Here, there's no owner. Simple. You start today, you own your own business. There is zero liquidity, meaning that that this platform keeps no money. Everything is dispersed onto the people who are doing the work. No administration. Again, so example, you know, there are things that are here that are very teachable and coachable. You can teach yourself. There's no one to phone in a head office because there is no head office. This is the program that everyone is winning, and it's so easy. We can teach a 8-year-old how to do this. It has an immutable code. So when they laid this out and they said this is the earnings and this is the levels and this is what people are going to do, and they ran the tests, I think it was ran over 600 times in different ways to see where the loopholes are. They didn't find no loopholes. So that means once they went live, they cannot retract it or change it or edit it, right? Because a lot of companies out there, the moment they get a massive amount of people that come in, what happens is that they change the pricing of products. They change the pricing of the way things are being done because they cannot cater. We don't change any pricing here. We worked on one fee, one amount. And in that sense, when that amount goes high, obviously you got to match it. It's like your dollar. If you're paying 18 Rand for a dollar today and tomorrow it's 19 Rand, you cannot buy a dollar again for 18 Rand. You're going to buy it for 19 Rand. So we just work on a fixed amount, and then we work on the day rate of what it is. So no payout requests needed. So that's also very powerful as well. So you want to earn, you're going to see how you can earn immediately, just like that, on the spot, on the second. We'll show you how, and how you can earn along the way as well. You can pay yourself every day, every week, depending on the work effort you put in. What you put in, what you get out, right? You follow the system, you will get paid immediately as well. So fully decentralized. So basically, your centralized apps are all your apps that basically you are on currently as well. You're looking at YouTube, you're looking at all these other apps. Got all your apps in your App Store and your Google Play Store as well. The games and all that you're playing. You're playing for the fun of it, but guess what? Gaming developers are making hundreds of thousands. Games basically are making more money than banks today. Simple as that. Many popular games out there that are making hundreds of millions every single month just based on people playing it. Here, you got full ownership of your business, and it's decentralized. So you have complete transparency of what you're doing. No one from the outside can basically look on the inside and put anything to you, because you are the code on the system, not a name. So instant payouts 24/7, as we mentioned. You can work your business how much you want, and we got amazing people in our team that's working this business till 1, 2 in the morning, because they are chasing after a goal and a vision. Sleep is not so important when you're chasing after a goal and vision. There's enough time to sleep. Once you're earning all that income, there's enough time to take a rest. You got to build your foundation. You got to think about your future and what you truly want in life. Because if your next year is to change, you got to change today and not wait for the new year. Global reach, worldwide, basically, wherever there's internet, you have a business. And even if something is not available in that country, someone's throwing the screen, I think, I'm not sure. So even if this is not available in that country, for example, the SafePal, you got something called a VPN, which can basically give you access to it. So it cannot be stopped. It's everywhere where there's internet. 8, stable compensation plan, right? So as I mentioned, whatever you see is what you get, and you put in the work and you make that money. So nothing's going to change there. And the money you make here is good enough to last you for generations to come. No management control. So there's no one to tell you, what, put the Netflix off, or put the Amazon off, or whatever it is, or put the Disney off and go and work. No, you want to make money, you can leave those things out there, right? There are things there that grab your attention and gives you no joy, right? And doesn't make you no money. So here you can focus your attention and you can make money, and you can do whatever you want with it, right? So basically work it however long you want, and you'll reap the rewards. Autonomous operations, basically. So everything on the system is very simple to run, and it runs autonomously as well. So there's nothing much you're going to have to do besides a few things that you're going to see shortly. So it runs on the OPBND blockchain, not on centralized servers. So it's completely private. And so everyone's discretion is kept at heart. And it doesn't stop there. So blockchain and smart contracts add many more powerful capabilities. So what is BNB? Basically, BNB is a token, right? The Binance cryptocurrency. And Binance is the world's largest crypto exchange. So basically, if you guys know Cristiano Ronaldo, he uses Binance. He's one of the poster boys for Binance, but very, very powerful figure, the most popular man on the earth. So on social media, it's Ronaldo, right? So basically, he has that buying power, and he's not going to attach himself to anything that's not good. So that's why we chose BNB. It's very stable, and it's very powerful, and the fees are completely low. Remember, I told y'all people had projects with Ethereum, and you have to wait for gas fees to drop in order for them to basically profit. Here, you can do it anytime, all day, every day. It's very stable. So again, BNB is one of the top 5 cryptocurrencies in the world, and it will head into the top 3 as well as the market grows. So it is in a very powerful positions. And Shane will show you all exactly how many cryptos there are out there in the world, just to let you know it's in the top 4, right? That's powerful. So which means that basically this has the potential to grow in the upcoming years to over 81 billion. Basically, it has a market cap of that. And if you look at here as well, we're going to go to the next slide just to show you exactly where this was once. So everything started small at once. It's like they say, have faith the size of a mustard seed. And that mustard seed basically grows, and it can provide for a whole nation. So when you're looking at this, in September 2020, September 1st, this wasn't even the starting price. This is just what's here. This started at a little under $2 something, but even lesser than that before it even came onto the open market. So the early investors obviously made tens of millions of this before it even got to where it is right now. So 2020, basically here, right, $21.45. And May 2022, basically, right, first, $377. Today it's sitting at about, I think it's about 11,800. It reached about 12,500 just a few days ago. So it's quite stable around 11.5 to 12.5 right now. It's going to go up as well. So it's on par. So basically, if you're looking in dollars, it's about $600. Massive, massive jump, right? So in case you want to know what pain some people go through with missing out on trends, I just read recently, right? So there was a laptop that was lost in a house that was demolished. On that laptop was 8,000 Bitcoins. And the guy at the time demolished the house, and he told his wife to destroy the laptop, whatever it is, not knowing he had 8,000 Bitcoins on there, which is about $812 million on there. And today, there's over 10,000 tons of rubbish that's put on this island where that thing went. And he's offering the municipality $11 million to go and look for it, and they wouldn't do it. Can you imagine $800 million? Crazy, right? So that's where cryptocurrency has the power. You hop on at the right time, you can make a lot of money. You can turn your whole life around in an instant. But it takes a little time, but you get what I'm saying, right? So there are people out there that are making things happen. So Binance coin prediction, right, for 2024 indicates that the coin price could reach a maximum of $856. Now, like I told you, it's about 620, 640. That's not far from 800, and the year's not over, right? I think Christmas time is going to be massive in the crypto markets and go nuts. So we might see a total opposite. Normally, during December times, they always tell people, don't trade the markets. It's very volatile. I think crypto is going to do something that regular currency couldn't do in December. And these prices here, if you're looking at it right now, they were basically put here before Donald Trump and Elon Musk's influence on crypto happened, right? So, often enough, you need the right person to lead you the right way. And Donald Trump was complete anti-crypto until Elon Musk came along and told him, you know what, we got to look at other options. And this is what we have right now, which we can help the world and also our economy. So whatever they're doing there, look, it's amazing, right? And you have the opportunity to basically capitalize on whatever happens by adopting crypto as a payment method and an earning earning potential for you and your family. So the Binance coin price prediction in 2026 projects a maximum of $3,820 and a minimum of $3,312. What I said it's about $620. This is what they're predicting for 2026, right? That is a massive jump. Just to give an example, when the price went up from 11.5 to 12.5, basically my $100 on the system was about, I think, went up to almost $250, and I withdrew everything out. There's a reason for that as well. When the price goes up, you can sell, you make a lot of profit. It's simple as that. Or you can just keep it there and let it grow, entirely up to you, right? But while you're earning in BNB, you can do that all the time. Why? Because you're continuously going to be earning on that price of the current day. So you can make a lot of money here by just riding the wave as it grows. So by 2030, BNB price could surge to 10,609 with broader acceptance in mainstream finance. So what they mean by that, basically broader acceptance in Dubai. As we mentioned on every call, it's so important. You can go to Google or YouTube and you can type Binance, and you can learn all about what's happening, because that is basically going to positively impact how much money you can earn. Because Binance in Dubai right now, they're launching about 32 blockchain projects. They're going to be using BNB as well in Dubai as a mainstream to basically buy vehicles, to all these hotel contracts and all that, going to be running on a lot of BNB smart chain contracts as well. So a lot of powerful growth there as well. So if you missed Bitcoin and you missed Ethereum, then don't miss BNB, right? It's still undervalued. If you can collect 5,000 plus BNB through this platform, you can. And guess what? That's going to change your life. So what is OPBNB? This is basically a Web3 project. It's on a Web3 platform, which you will get through a SafePal, which I'm going to explain on the next slide. So basically, this enhances BNB chain scalability, optimistic rollup, off-chain transaction processing, integration, part of the BNB chain ecosystem, cost efficiency, and lower transaction fees. That's the main thing here. So when you exchange it, for example, if you basically moving your money and stuff like that to another Binance chain network, cost you literally nothing. You won't even notice the difference, like less than a fraction of a couple of cents. Versus if you're doing it with regular currency, they charge you how much? I mean, if you go to Capitec, for example, and you put $100 deposit into the bank, guess what? They take away $750. And I never knew that until I looked at my slip, because normally I put money in and I don't care. And I thought, what? they took 750 to take my 100 Rand. That's the way the banks work, right? This is fully decentralized. What you make is what you earn, is what you take home. Simple as that. And I think that's fair, right? So dApps support this enables efficiency. It's decentralized application development as well. So we come here, exactly, this is SafePal. For everyone new, SafePal has changed. They look on the app, but everything's running the same. They upgraded. So when you're downloading SafePal, you're going to download a software wallet. However, when you're downloading SafePal, it's not going to tell you software wallet. You just got to create new wallet. It's not going to give you that option again to say software. You just download the wallet. It's automatically a software wallet. You ignore the part where it says hardware. That's nothing for you to worry about. You just create new wallets, and then you're going to get your security phase, which you're not going to get just at hand. You will find that inside the app already, but you would go there to basically retrieve it. So they changed the process to make people signing up a lot quicker and easier on SafePal for using it quicker. And then your 12 words that you're going to get. Very, very important, right? So step number 3, you can always get back to someone who invited you and tell them to send you my little 1-minute clip that I made on how to register here. Quick and easy, simple as that, how you can find everything that I mentioned. It's all done for you. So basically nothing much for you to do besides sign up and refer people. We did the foundation phase for you. You just start where we once did, and now you just run with it, right? We were walking when we started. Now you can run when you start. So your 12 word is so important. Why? Because, as I mentioned, there have been people out there, one of my friends as well, he lost 8 Bitcoin because he didn't remember his 24 seed phase word. Now, that's very important because this is like your fingerprint to your vault of all your money. So more important than all the money you make is your 12 words. You get that, you write it down, you can print it out, you can keep it very safe somewhere. I told someone, just print it out small and keep it in your Bible because it's something you're going to keep, right? You're not going to discard, or your holy book, whatever religion you are. You keep it in there, it's fine, right? In the last page, whatever, because it's something you're going to carry with you. So keep it safe. Don't keep it someplace that you're going to mislead it, because tomorrow if you lose it, no one can help you. Simple as that. Why? Because there's no administration here. There's no one to phone to say, hey, I lost my 12 words. No. So simple as that. So this number 5 is compatibility, integrates with the Binance DEX, Uniswap, PancakeSwap, and Wallet Connect. You don't need to know about all those. But for example, if you want to sell tokens across different platforms for different things, like out there for any of you that are into crypto and technologically advanced, you want to buy NFTs and all these things, then yes, you can go through these things and you can swap those BNB for those. Simple as that. So that is basically SafePal, that is BNB. And next, I'm going to call upon Pastor Jerome as well. And before we do that, I want you in the comments below, right? I want you in the comments below to basically type any amount of money you truly desire to earn, right? So this is not a wish. We're going to make this happen based on the work effort that you put in, right? Most people don't like to work for the money, and that's why most people don't like to work to make money, and that's why money makes them work. So there's a difference in that, right? So you should always love people and use money, not the other way around. So in the comments, put how much money would you like to make at the end of the month after paying your bills. If your bills cost 15,000, then 20,000 not a good amount, right? Because then you're left with 5. So 35,000 BNB, Frankie, that's to the moon. That's great. So yeah, 50,000, great. 100,000, great. Is that in rands or dollars? Are we talking rands or dollars? Be specific. Can you create some dollar signs there? Good. Yeah. So be specific what amount you want, because someone once said, I want a lot of money, and you know what? You can easily give someone a whole lot, a bag of 1 cent, and that's a lot of money. You got to be specific with amount, because the mind is a money generating machine. It knows numbers, and then you got to attach a figure in front of that. So yes, keep it going. That's great to see some big thinkers. Yeah, why? Because you can make that, and the next speaker is going to show you exactly how. So I'm heading over to Pastor Jerome. Thank you so much for hosting me, and yeah, we'll hear from you later on.
Thank you very much, Zeph. Very informative session as always. And guys, if the session with Zeph was informative, won't you show him some love in the chat box there? Give him some hearts and some of those nice emojis that's there. Thank you very, very much, Zeph, for your time and for the investment that you're making into a lot of people's lives on a daily basis. Now, I want to, without wasting any further time, I want to introduce to you You know, when I met Shane D on this platform, I was like, what? The guy bought a Mustang with Bitcoin. That's just crazy. But Shane, I'm going to hand over to you right now. But I want you to also, as part of your presentation, I heard something very interesting today, and it made me of you. Um, I saw a statement that said that the Bitcoin is busy flirting with $100,000 mark. The Bitcoin is busy flirting with $100,000 mark. So in your presentation, also showed the projections of BNB, but as someone that has been in the blockchain space and in the Bitcoin space for years, won't you just share some of your thoughts on that? Family, help me welcome this evening, Mr. Shane D. Over to you, Shane.
Thank you so much, Pastor Jerome.
Shane,
guys,
can I interrupt quick?
Yeah.
Remember the other day you said we must remind you about the Pick n Pay thing.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
you can do that later.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'll definitely do that. Yeah, it's odd, Frankie, that you say that, because when Pick n Pay, for those of you who don't know about Pick n Pay, I'll just share the screen quickly for you. If you just go to Google, and remember, now we're digressing, right? So we're just digressing with this one, but it's important to know, what's coming in the future. This article was in June 2024, and it said Pick n Pay Bitcoin payment system hits 1 million rand a month. So probably some of you on this call don't know that you could go to Pick n Pay and do your shopping with Bitcoin. Okay. Now here's the scary thing. I've got the video of the first transaction that's been done on the PowerPoint, the point of sale in Pick n Pay around 8 years ago. Now just think about that. That vision for Pick n Pay was so long, I mean, absolutely long time ago. However, it took like 8 years for it to become into, for it to come into fruition. So when I talk about having patience in this industry and to retire with more money than you could ever think, I'm telling you guys, you got to have the patience and you got to have the consistency. When I got involved with Bitcoin, it was ranging between $300 to $1,000. Okay. And imagine nobody knew anything about Bitcoin at the time, brand new technology. And the reason why I looked at Bitcoin and why I took it so seriously, I mean, if some of you are my friends, you'll see on Facebook, I actually show you reminders or memories after 9 years when I was talking about Bitcoin. I'm talking about back in the day. Now, when I was in London, I met Robert T. Kiyosaki and Richard Branson. And they were talking about Bitcoin and the blockchain technology at that time. So I was learning about blockchain in its infancy when I read the white paper and what have you. But it was just a script. It's like me, it's like for you, some of you guys are listening on this call, it would just be a call. Believe you me, 5% of you on this call will take action. 95% of you won't do anything. I don't mean to be, arrogant when I say that, but it's the truth. Only 5% of people on this call would make $1 million. Okay, that's the stat. That's the stats, because 95% of the population work for 5% of the people. 95% of the world's population money is only shared by 5% of the population. Go do some homework. You'll see on that. Now, I like to, look at people who's smart with money, who's making headway with money, and Richard Branson as well as Robert T. Kiyosaki. Those were my gurus. They wrote the book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. And I was more interested in the blockchain space. And on this call, Zeph covered blockchain. That's what you guys are getting into. So when you look at what we're showing you, please don't think of this as a get-rich-quick scheme. You are just going to overnight do that. You're going to get so much of rejection because we are in Africa right now, and people, they don't know what is blockchain, and they will reject you because for them, it's impossible to make $1 million in 12 months just by doing 3 steps. So if you're new to this call, I want you to pay attention, and I want you to understand, if you want to make $1 million in 12 months, you've got to stay close to the fire. That's how we have such good leaders here, because without fail, they're on this call. So my responsibility is to take you through this process. And there's some things that I like to clear out before I even start. First of all, nothing on this call is scripted, okay? every call you come to is different. There's a different thing we'll talk. I got something else I want to show you guys just now. We're not giving you financial advice because like with Bitcoin, when back in the day, nobody could give advice on Bitcoin. Here we can show you projected figures and show you where it's going to go. That's a separate training where I'll show you the 5-year projection, how it would hit $500,000 for one Bitcoin, and a 10-year prediction, we look at $43 million for one Bitcoin. Okay, so we're talking about big figures. Likewise, why is that important? On this call, we are dealing with a coin called BNB, right? The Binance coin. Now, what's going to happen if Bitcoin price goes up? It pulls all the, it's called the altcoins. All the altcoins prices go up gradually with that as well. Okay, so here's some food for thought, right? Zaf, you was talking about your friend who lost his hard drive, or he lost his pin, right? Check this guy here. This guy here, guys, he sold 10,000 Bitcoin for a $40 pizza. 10,000 Bitcoin. It worked out to about $40 back in 2010. Okay. If you look at the value today of 10,000 Bitcoin, Zef, I don't know if you can pronounce this number. This is what he actually paid for his pizza in 2010. Can you pronounce that number? How many zeros? One.
Okay, that looks like 16 million,
5,
16
6,
billion
7,
maybe.
8,
Yeah.
9, 10. There's 10 numbers. 9 is a million. You get the
I think
picture, guys.
168 million, I think.
Yeah, about 168,557,949 rand and no. Okay, whatever. But guys, that's what this guy actually paid for his pizza. Why? He didn't know that one Bitcoin today would be worth $93,000. So how many cryptocurrencies out there? There's 2.4 million. Today on the call, guys, we are going to show you the 5th largest coin of this 2.4 million. So this is not a Mickey Mouse business that we're showing you. It's not something small. This is huge. This is something that I think in the next 15, 20, 30 years, you're not going to get a chance to sit in front of a presentation and look at these numbers again. The market cap for the space is 3.19 trillion. But if you look at Bitcoin, how many percent has Bitcoin increased from 2008? This is 149 million percent. Okay, 149 million percent. Long-term, the 5-year projection is $500,000 for one Bitcoin. Now, guys, I'm sure you haven't heard of percentages like what I just showed you, 149 million percent, 146. Those numbers are huge. Those numbers in your day-to-day, for those of you new to this call, you haven't heard anybody speak about those numbers before. That is why I'm saying this call is important, because what you know about money and what do you know about income and how much you're going to earn in the next 12 months, okay? I need you to separate those thoughts, because I'm taking you to a different sphere of money right now. I'm taking you to a different dimension of money right now. I'm taking you to a different playground of percentages right now that your mind has to be really, it is going to have a difficult time wrapping around that. Why? Because we programmed to only think 5% of what the bank gives us for the whole year. All right? Forgive me if there's any bankers on the call, but you can call me out at any time. You know what I'm talking about. Banks will give you, so you guys, when you go to the bank and you put your rands into the bank and what have you, I want you to get those percentages out of your head. Keep it in the box, and I want you to remain open-minded to what I'm going to show you, okay? That is why when Zef asked, how much would you like to earn? All our existing members, when they put those figures in, some of you thought, what are these guys, what type of tea they are drinking, because they're putting that crazy numbers. Is because they know the potential of what's coming. Okay, and for those of you new to this call, I'm speaking especially to you guys. Be open-minded and keep all your questions in the end. What I'm going to do in this call is give you all factual figures. I'm going to go directly to the net and to the exchange and give you factual figures as of now. So nothing on this call is scripted, okay? So what I'm going to do is, and what I hope to achieve at the end of this call, is to show you exactly how we can take 60 Rand from you right now, just 60 Rand once off, and make you R1 million in 12 months, okay? So how are we going to do that is 3 steps. And during the course of this presentation, as I go through it, I'm going to give you those 3 steps. So make sure You have a good memory to remember just 3 things. That's number 1. And what I ask for you, and I humbly ask you, once we're done and you think to yourself, Shane, this is not for me, there's a chat at the bottom of your screen. You're going to say, I'm out. Or if you like what you see, you're going to type in, I'm in. Are we going to do that? Are we clear? If you like what I'm seeing, you'll put I'm in. So the person who invited you to the call will get in touch with you and will get you started. Okay, so let's start. Now, I just showed you what Bitcoin was, right? But we're not here talking about Bitcoin today. We're talking about a coin that's the 5th largest coin in the world, which is BNB, right here. The price today is $606. So let's look at what this is down 25%, which is good. I'll tell you why it's good. It allows us to buy more BNB. So this coin was created in 2018. And as you can see, it was 0.10 and it's up by over 500,000%. Okay, 526,000%. And what's the beauty of this? You are going to be getting paid in BNB. So what happens when the BNB price goes up to $1,000, $2,000, $10,000? Maybe someday it'll be $100,000 like Bitcoin. Maybe the next 10 years. You may never know, because when I told people 10 years ago about Bitcoin reaching R1 million, nobody believed me. Today it's 1.7 million. Okay, so I want you to think big and I want you to think long term. On this call, you are going to get paid in BNB. If for the last 6 years it grew 500,000%, if the next 5 years it grows another 500,000%, imagine you making 500,000% in 5 years, guys. This is crazy, crazy, crazy money right here. So this BNB, can you see it says BNB here? This is run on a layer 1 blockchain, okay? And the market cap on this so far is, you're looking at $87 billion. Can you see this? $87 billion, okay? Now, as you can see, when you see the price coming down like that, that's a good thing, because every market cannot go straight up. It has to, it's called basically a redirect. So it's coming back down. It's a bear market right now, which is good. But as soon as it comes down to a certain amount, it's going to pump again. So that is why this is the right time for you guys to get in. So this BNB is run on a layer 1 blockchain. So a couple months ago, they launched the layer 2 blockchain, and that's what we are building, OPBNB. So when you listen to Zaf, he was talking to you about the OPNB and layer 2 blockchain, and you are going to get paid in BNB. Now, let me show you my PowerPoint. Zaf, can you see my screen? Good. Okay, so
let's see. Yeah, I can see it now. Go.
Great. So guys, now I just want to show you this very, very quickly, right? Everybody on this call start off at beginner. Everybody. This is around 60 Rand once off. The price came down, so we need to relook at prices. But I'm saying with your fees, 60 Rand. How much is costing you? 00044 BNB. Okay. Now, Zaf told you that this is a smart contract. A smart contract basically means a code. And this code only accepts BNB. So it has a fixed price of 00044 BNB. Why? Because a smart contract does not know what the selling price of BNB is in the market. In other words, it does not know what the price is. Today it's 605, tomorrow it can go to 620, can go to 590, right? So they keep it constant with just 00044 BNB. Now, the whole idea of what we are doing right now, we are building a community around this blockchain. What I mean by that, basically how you get YouTube and your TikTok, etc. You get followers. We are building the community around this coin. So what would happen is, as you build the community, you can move up the ranks to influencer, achiever, ambassador, and then you move to pioneer, mentor, and lastly, you look at champion. Okay. So what we want to do on this call, and this is where you're going to see that this fits you or not, because a lot of you on this call probably said, wow, Shane, 60 Rand, I'm in. It does not mean if you can afford 60 Rand that this project is for you. Because, let me stop the screen share, because when I have, sorry guys, when I have something important to say, I like to stop my screen share so you guys can really feel that I'm talking to you. So as I said, a lot of you on the call can afford 60 Rand, but that does not mean all of you are going to make R1 million, okay? Because some of us are weak in the mind in order to earn. We get distracted. Comfort zone, like for instance, my mom got released from hospital yesterday at 7 o'clock. My call was at 8:30. I phoned her, Mom, you're okay, but I can't come see you because I've got this meeting. This whole week, I didn't go to hospital. 7 to 8 is visiting hours because I went 3 to 4 because 7 to 8 is my priority to be here. My mom got discharged yesterday. I went earlier, 8 o'clock, I had to be back home. Okay, all the families are there. Mom, she says, no, son, you go. I'm here. Okay, now, how many of you guys, I'm not talking about the leaders on this call because I know who you are. I'm talking about those who are new on this call, will sacrifice to do this business, to make R1 million. That's what I'm saying. 60 Rand everybody can afford. But to have the passion, to have the consistency to make R1 million is something else on another level. And that is why I say that only 5% of the people on this call will make R1 million in 12 months. Okay, so that is why it's easy to be in a job, because when you're in a job, I don't have no, I don't look down on anybody who's the job. It's excellent. It puts food on the table, etc. But in the next 4 to 5, 10 years, that's not going to cut it. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's not like I'm just saying things for the sake of saying things. You guys know it's not going to cut it, right? So what are you going to do? How do you do it? You spend 9 to 5 building your boss's dreams, but what about the hour in the afternoon to build your legacy? So we're going to get you to champion in 1 month. Zaf got a powerful training setup, Frankie and the team, and these guys are really, really not only talking, but they're walking and showing you what they're going to do. Okay, so we are looking for people who are passionate to make R1 million. We're looking for people who says, Shane, you know what? To open up a traditional business in South Africa does not cost me 60 Rand, and I will never get a business to cost me 60 Rand. And I will definitely not going to make 1 million Rand profit in 12 months. So I hope I'm getting through to you guys, because you can see my passion that we have, Zaf's passion, Frankie, etc. So we are looking for the right type of people to join us on this project. So what we want to do for you is very, very simple. We want to hold your hand and get you to champion. We want to do this in 12 months, okay? With 60 Rand. That means you're not going to take a single cent from your pocket and put here 60 Rand once off. That's it. This is our short-term goal, 12 months. Our long-term goal, maybe year and a half, is to get you to these 3 spots: icon, legend, and emperor. Okay, the reason why we want to get you into these 3 spots is for this reason only. When you become icon, legend, and emperor, you earn a 1% royalty that will be applied to every deposit distributed as follows. So you are basically going to earn so much of money from people just coming to the organization once your hard work is done. Okay, now how do we do this? How do we build this community? It's very, very simple. Just like you're on TikTok or YouTube, you need subscribers. Here, we're going to put people on this call, and if they want to make R1 million in 12 months, they're going to say you yes, and they're going to give you 60 Rand. So how many people do you need? Right now, you just need 2 people. And I'm going to explain to you why these 2 people are so important. So pay attention. First of all, your first friend is going to give you 100% commission. Okay, remember, there is no product. That is why 100% of the commission comes to you. Okay, now why is that important? Remember, we're only building the community. Normally, when you get 35% and 50%, is because the balance has to go to create the product. Here, there is no product, because this is a smart contract. It's a code, and once a code is written once, there's no need to rewrite the code. It's programmed to just do a function, perform a function. So in that sense, it's 100%. So basically, you're going to earn back, let's say it's 50 bucks. By the way, let me show you how we got to 60 Rand. If I go to the exchange and I type in 0044, there's it 49 Rand. So it's around, I would say, as of now, it's probably around 55 Rand, but Zaf will confirm the figures, because obviously there's exchange fees to pay. This is how we got the price, right? So as I said, we're giving you factual figures here. So basically, when you show your first person, you're going to get your 50 Rand back. When you show your second person, you're going to get your 50 Rand back. So in other words, you're already in profit and you got your money back. In business today, very hard to do. You can do this in an hour, you can do this in 10 minutes, or you can, I don't know, take 12 hours. The minimum you're going to give you is 12 hours. Now pay attention to me very, very carefully. These two people are very, very important. Why? Because as you can see, there's only 2 spots under you. This is called a 2x2 forced matrix. Okay, the reason forced matrix is because you are forced to put your third person under here. The system will do it automatically. Okay, so that is why it's called a forced matrix. Now, these two people, why they're important? Because once you sign them up with 60 Rand, you are basically going to open up your compensation plan 12 levels deep. Okay, 12 levels deep, and this is going to earn you $20 million. Okay, now, before your brain shuts off, I already told you that the space, what we're playing in, how much is it? It's $1 trillion market. So when you think of $20 million, am I right in saying your mind is more receptive to the amounts now? You see what I did there? You know that this is a big pool. You're not in a small pond anymore. So earning 20 million is very, very achievable. But for those people who says, Shane, I can't wrap my mind around 20 million, then we will just make it $1 million for you, and we will take the balance. Right, Zaf? So some of you on this call says, Shane, you know what? Who do I bring in? Who do I show this to? I mean, 2 people. I mean, I've got hundreds of people that on my phone that has access to 60 Rand who want to come on board. I mean, all of you will tell me that. Hey, Shane, I got contacts like for days. I mean, I've got Facebook, I've got WhatsApp, I've got Telegram, and all of them can afford 60 Rand. What are you looking for? So let me explain to you. Anybody that said this following in the past 6 months, you know what, times are difficult. I need a plan B. I need a new hustle. December is coming up. We need to buy gifts for the kids. I need to take care of school fees for a year that's coming. Next year, 36% increase in the Eskom light bill, water, fuel, holidays, whatever people complained about, new car. Those are the people who say, you know what, you told me about that day. What do you have in plan now to achieve that? Hey, no, nothing. Okay, what if I showed you something? Are you willing to take 1 hour of your time on a weekday to look at this? Yeah, sure, man. What is it about? Okay, I'm going to send you an invite at 8:30. At 8:15, tell me whether you are free or not. Then only I would send you the link. Why? You're going to treat this business like a business. So anybody who is looking for a plan B, looking to open up a business, got a good network of people who's ambitious, those are the 2 people with genuine leadership skills that you want to show this to. Why? It's going to make your life much, much easier. Then once we're done with those 2, you can take this to the rest of your family. You can show the 3rd person, 4th person, 5th person, 10th person. Okay? But more importantly, these 2 people, we have a rule set within 12 hours to sign up these 2 people, 12 hours. And as I go on, I'll explain to you why. So what's your first step? Your first step is 60 Rand. Okay? First step, 60 Rand. Second step, show 2. Now I'm going to move on to the next step. Remember, I told you there's only 3 steps. These 2 steps are easy to do. 60 and to show 2 people is easy to do. So when we move to this page here, it looks like, hey, Shane, there's a whole lot of numbers here. I'm confused. So I want to break this down for you. And remember, I told you your 2 friends opens up your compensation plan to 12 levels deep. This is what I'm talking about. And it all starts from here. We work on a 2x2 force matrix. What's 2 times 2? 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 2, 16. 16 times 2, 32. You guys get the picture. That's why it's called a 2x2 forced matrix. Okay, so we have Sonia on the call. She has actually created a Excel spreadsheet where these rewards in BNB is converted into rands and US dollars. So I'm going to hop over to that Excel. Basically, it's the same thing, but just prettier. Okay, so Sonia, thank you so much for creating this. I really, really do appreciate it. I'm just trying to size this up. This is not going to work here. Let's make it smaller. One smaller. Zaf, is this okay?
He just quickly had to take a call, but it's a little small. That's better.
This is
You
better.
might just have to do that here.
Okay,
Can everyone
perfect.
see it, guys? Can you give us a thumbs up or something in the chat?
Yeah, guys, you'll have to make do with me on this here. You guys can see this? All good. Okay, cool. Diane, thank you so much for that. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay, so let's show you how I got this amount here, right? So basically, you guys know what Excel, it's a formula-based spreadsheet, right? So when I went to Google and I looked at the price, that's the price of the BNB today. So I just slotted it in here and it auto-populated all the figures. And then I did the same thing for USD. BNB is 630.98. And as you can see, I updated the price there. As I told you guys, I'm giving you factual figures as of now. So how does this whole thing works? Let's get this cleared up, right? So remember, I told you we have levels 1 to 12. So this is how it works. There's your levels 1 to 12 here, okay? Now, you can see some beautiful colors. I want you to only concentrate on reward ZAR, where this is red, as well as your, so those of you who are joining us out of South Africa, you concentrate on the purple because obviously this is US dollars, right? You just look at those figures. For South Africa, it's this, right? So what's your first step, guys? First step is what? First step, 60 Rand, okay? So now when you come on board, I want you to look at these 12 levels as, you know, a skyscraper, a really tall building where you're starting from the first floor and your goal is to go to the 12th floor where the penthouse is, right? This is the penthouse right here. So I'm going to show you three easy steps how to get to 12. Very, very simple. So when you come on board, remember I told you you're a beginner. This is your second step, okay? Your second step is to show 2 people. There you go. That's your second step done. Now, how much are you going to get paid? 0004 or 44.72 per person. So 44.72 times 2 people gives you 89.48. Now, remember I told you, think of it as each floor can only take the capacity of a 2x2 matrix. That means first floor 2, second floor can only take 4, third floor 8, 16, you get it. So you cannot put 3 people in here. So the third person has to go at the bottom. So you need to upgrade to go to your second floor. How much your upgrade costs? This is your third step. Okay, this is only 3 steps you need. Your third step, you need to upgrade. Now, this is not money out of your pocket. Basically, you're taking money from your profit and you're upgrading. So you're left with 22.36. Not a lot of money, but remember 0002, it's like buying those pizzas, remember? Now it may seem small. You can buy half a pizza or a small pizza, but years to come, you would think, damn, 22 Rand, I could have bought 5 or 10 houses. Exactly what happened to the pizza story. Please don't underestimate this value of 22 Rand, just like how that guy underestimated 10,000 Bitcoin for $40 worth of pizza. So please understand that this got a potential to grow, and eventually this number would also grow, okay? So once you upgrade, now you go on to level 2. On level 2, you are an influencer. Now, once you have 4 influencers on this floor, you are not going to get paid 44 Rand anymore per person. You are going to get paid 67 Rand times 4 gives you 268. This floor is full. You need to upgrade. It costs you 140 bucks to upgrade. So 140 subtracted from 268 gives you 134 Rand and 0.12 BNB. That moves you to the third floor. You're now Achiever. Achiever can take 8 people. So where did this 8 people come from? Remember, those 4 people are duplicating what you just did with 2 people. Now, it could have come from this 4 or this 2 people, or from above. Okay, because obviously there's somebody signed up before you. So these numbers grow very, very fast. I'm going to show you how fast. So on your level 3, you're going to get paid 134 Rand per person. 134 times 8 gives you 1,073. Your upgrade costs you 281, and you're going home with 804 Rand 97. That is 0.072. Now, guys, you get the picture. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but this is what I want to bring to your attention. This is very important. How many times did you do the first step? You just did it once. You only paid once. How many times you brought 2 people? You only did it once. But if you choose to bring in 3, 4, 5, 6, that's what we like. You are going to reach your champion and make $1 million much more quicker. We look at worst case scenario in 1 year, okay? The only thing you need to do in order to make $1 million is to continuously upgrade. And the beauty of this is you're not putting any of your own money, you're using existing money, and you're also going home with some change here. Now, we want to get you to champion. We want to get you to the 7th floor champion, where you are going to get 2,146 Rand per person. That means when you got 128 champions, that shows these people are already ranked as champions, times 128, that gives you 274,000 Rand. Your upgrade cost you 4,300 Rand. You are still going home with 270,000 Rand. Here, you can spend half of it, maybe 125,000 or 100 whatever, maybe 100K, go for a nice holiday, spoil yourself, but you'll still have probably 10 or 11 of, or 12 of your BNB still remaining. So if that goes to $10,000, $100,000 times 12, that's instant retirement and millionaire status there, okay? Easy to understand. So some of you saying, but Shane, where's the director? I mean, how do I get $1 million? There you go. Once you upgrade here, once we hit director, and if everybody just brings 2 people into the system and follow that rule, you'll make over $1 million. And guys, this is where the $20 million comes from. Let me show you that. There's the 20 million right here, okay? Can you see that here? There's a 20 million right here. So if you just upgrade, you can actually reach this 20 million right here. So please understand that when you're taking this out to your friends and family, they are not going to understand this if you sit down and explain to them about, you tell them, hey, you know, I met this guy on Zoom and he was wearing this cap and he showed me some purple and green colors and he showed me just by 2 people and then the BNB and then 2.4 million. Guys, they're not going to understand the method. So what you do is you get them on the calls. The secret to this business is getting people on the calls, getting people with the leaders. Because remember, your group of friends and family that know you, they know you for what you do currently. Now, if you were to go back and talk about, oh, Bitcoin and blockchain, and if you mention Bitcoin, a lot of people had a bad experience with Bitcoin, not to say that Bitcoin is a bad thing, but a lot of people do bad things with Bitcoin. You understand? And media and the banks obviously are against crypto. They took that to another level. So that's the easiest way to get to $1 million. Now, I just want to show you the app quickly, and I'll show you exactly how that works. And then we'll open up the floor for questions, right? So I'm going to go StepPal. Can you see my screen there? Yeah, okay, cool. So there's all your different wallets here, right? And I'm just going to show you, there's your remember, guys, you don't need to remember everything I'm showing you right now. All you got to do is just look at what I'm doing, and then we'll hold your hand through this process. So I'm going to click on this BNB. As you can see, 8 hours ago, I received some BNB here. So I just want to, if I want to know, okay, how show I know this is blockchain, I'm just going to click on this green button. It's going to show me my details, and it says view on blockchain. And once I click that there, it takes me onto the OPBNB BSC scan. That means this is the blockchain. Now, some of you probably saying, Shane, what's so good about this? Because I don't see anything valuable here. So let me tell you what this is about. This is like me going into the bank server and looking through the bank server at my transaction where it is in the bank server. Guys, you are not allowed to do that. Here on the blockchain, you are allowed. It even shows you the fee, which is 0.0000967. This is a 0.1% for that fee coming in, okay? So let's go directly to the app, and I'll show you how this works. Now, I want you to pay attention to these 3 numbers. Okay, I want you to pay attention to 934, 480, and 788. 480 is my wife's account, 788 my daughter's account, 934 is my account. Okay, so in order to do that, I just click on my link here, 31934, 312934, and I click go here, and boom, I'm going into my dashboard. Okay, this is not a back office or anything of that sort. You're working directly through your SafePal app. This cannot shut down, it cannot close down, does not be updated. So quick training on this app. Basically, there's only 4 buttons you can press: dashboard, referrals, community, and downline. So guys, don't be afraid. Go around, play with it, have a look at how it works out. So my wallet got 1.63 BNB. Now, this is the important part of the upgrade. Now, guys, you got to do this step here till you reach R1 million. And this is how easy it is. It's showing you how much of funds I've got in my wallet. It's showing me what's my current rank. I'm a director at the moment. And here it shows me what's my next rank, which is Titan. So in order for me to upgrade, I just have to tap the word Titan, and a green tick would appear, and you click upgrade. Once I click upgrade, it removes your funds from your wallet and it upgrades you. How easy is that, guys? Very, very simple to understand. This is your referral link that you would send to your 2 friends. Okay, easy to understand. Now let's go back and show you how the community works. Remember, I told you to remember these 3 numbers: 934. That's my account. 480 is my wife's account, and 788 is my daughter's account. You're probably wondering, but Shane, wasn't your daughter supposed to be up here? Well, this is why I told you guys 12 hours, because while I was still trying to figure out how this comp plan works, etc., a guy from Nigeria actually signed on and he took that spot. Now, what happened is my daughter actually is in his business. So whatever my daughter do in her business, this guy from Nigeria benefits. Okay, it was supposed to be the opposite way around, but I procrastinated, and I don't want you to do that. Remember, this was a new project. We didn't know anything. There was no presentations. We had to sit down and do our own presentations and create all of this. So 12 hours, get your guys in as soon as possible. Okay, now I just want to end by playing a quick video for those of you. I saw there's a lot of new people on this call, and I want to play a video. And it's more of those of you who still don't believe in the whole blockchain thing. The reason I'm showing you this video, because this video is about 7 years old and it happened right under your nose and you didn't even know. This train has already left the station. Before we move from the next station, we want you to get on. Check this video out.
We are also going to focus, yes, on the 4th Industrial Revolution, get into blockchain in a most meaningful way, the Internet of Things. And they spoke extremely well. What they were saying was most needed. Me a message on my cell phone is because I think many of us will have learned a lot from blockchain to cryptocurrency, to all those things. Most informative.
Author and amongst various other enterprises, he is developing the first Black-owned cryptocurrency platform. He is a highly qualified blockchain expert, yet his passion lies in social issues and the upliftment of African citizens.
Blockchain technology is an emerging space in the world, with a PwC report saying that 84% of companies in South Africa and globally are looking to implement blockchain technology. Now, for those who may be wondering what is blockchain technology, let me paint this picture for you. In about 10 years' time, my self-driving car will be driving on the road and will ask your self-driving car to give it way so that it may overtake because I'm in a hurry. My self-driving car will be able, after doing that process, to tip your self-driving car by sending a 10 Rand on a blockchain system. This is the world that we're gearing ourselves for.
So you heard it. This is the world we're gearing ourselves up for. Guys, what I showed you today, whether you believe Zach or the person who brought you in, it's already here. It's knocking on our door right now. So I just want to recap what you saw. If you didn't remember anything that I showed you, prior to this, this is the 3 steps you need to do. You got access to 60 Rand. You got a smartphone that you have 2 friends who would like to run with this with you. And your 3rd step is to upgrade. Everything else can be learned, because your mind must be focused on whether you can do that. If you can just do that, the rest of the stuff we are going to help you with. Okay, so what you're going to do is right now in the chat, there you go. People are already typing in, I'm in. There you go. I'm going to give you 10 seconds, right? Make a decision, because the speed of your decision shows how quick you can make money, right? The decision makers and the money makers. chat there. I'm in, I'm out. And it's okay if you're out, because nobody's going to convince you. Nobody's going to force you. Nobody is going to beg. We just want to run with like-minded people, if that makes sense, right? So Andre, we give a shout out to Andre, Selvi, well done. Matusi, Mogo, she's in. Lorato is in. Kaisha, she's in. Natabi Singh is in. Tajo is in. Who else, guys? Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming, guys. Neil Stale said she'll speak. I will speak to Susan. Neil, no worries. Neil, no worries, bro. You speak to Susan. Get what you need done. We'll make sure you are on the system. Cop, I'm in. Haneke says I'm in. Busiswe, I'm in. Guys, while you sing, I'm in. All the members on this call, please give some respect for these guys, because these are the decision makers right now, and these guys are going to be joining us on our trips and to Dubai and all of that day. Believe you me that. So we got Haneke, we got Buisiswe, then we got Namusa, she's in. Juanita says I'm in. Sebastian says I'm in. Enrica Mentor, I'm in. Sikona, yes, thank you Sikona for giving that love. Sorry guys, I went over my time a little bit, but I had a lot to say about the 10,000 Bitcoin on pizzas. Zaf and Pastor Jerome, I'll hand it back to you, brother. You can take it over.
All right, thank you very much, Shane. Wow, it's amazing to see the responses that everyone has. So what we're going to do now is open up for some questions. We have got Shane here, we've got Frankie here on the call. We've got Ndumi here as well. I know Zef is attending to a call currently. So let's just see. Can we see by a show of hands, if you have a question, kindly raise your hand. As indicated, we know the time is gone, and if you really need to step off, then you are welcome to do so. But please, if you indicated that you're in, please do get in touch with the person that invited you to the call and get signed up today. There's a sister of mine that joined actually, when was it, the day before yesterday, and she immediately then signed up too, and she upgraded to influencer. Today she's signing up more people, and she's already going to achiever. So the lady's just on the roll. So we're gonna open it up now for some questions, and then we will get our leaders to respond and answer your questions. Any questions, guys? Let's see by a show of hands. Remember, guys, there's no such thing as a silly question or stupid question. The answer hides itself only from a question that is not asked. So please feel free to ask those questions.
I see that Odwa is saying over here that we must help him to put people in his team because people don't believe him. But what you could rather do is just, set up a three-way call with some of the leadership in your team. And a three-way call will sort it out, because if people, this is what I'm finding. Honestly, I don't want to work with lazy people. I'm sorry. Shane, you and I think we like the straight shooters. I don't want to work with lazy people. I don't want to work with people that are not visionaries or don't have a big picture, because I want to go emperor. I want to go all the way. And if it takes me 12 months to do it, who cares? The earning potential that you open up is unbelievable. I mean, I'm not even 2 months into the business, it's a month and a half. And the other day, Shane and I both hit director. And now what we have to do is we have to lean back, reach back, and we have to help everybody else to get onto this level as well. Why? Because we want to earn the big money. Because if you earn the big money, you can help people. I mean, you cannot feed other people unless you have enough supply, right? So that's what we want to do in this team. And I mean, my team is flying. Half of them are not on this call, but let me tell you, my phone is lighting up. It's actually so hot because they don't stop messaging me. These people are hungry. They want to change their lives and their communities' lives. I think Elise today, I sent funds to her team. I think we're on probably about number 7 or 8 now. And she only got in like about a week ago. And they have strategy meetings. They're taking it like a real business. Because guess what? If you're going to treat this like it's nothing, What's it going to be, Shane? Nothing, right? But if you're going to
Correct.
be serious about it and you're going to treat it
Mm.
not as $60 or as 2 pizzas in the beginning, I mean, I missed the Bitcoin. Okay, I missed Ethereum. Unfortunately, I mean, before I was working for a traditional boss in a bricks and mortar building, and nothing wrong with that, because guess what? Society teaches us to go to school and to make a living, and to eventually go to university and then get married and have babies, and it's all boom, 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 boom. But guess what, guys? Bitcoin happens, and the Shanes of the world are awake when that stuff happens, and then they get to buy it for 9,000 Rand, and then they're sitting here a couple of years later, and it's 1.almost 7 million. Good grief! I mean, I feel like I'm the guy that had pizza. I've got indigestion just listening to that story.
Frankie, I said this before, right? And I didn't really and to the new guys. You probably don't understand where we are in the space. And I'm going to give you a quick analogy. I listened to one of the speakers, in fact, last year when I was in Dubai, they used this analogy, and I want to share it with all you guys as well. So can you imagine the first aeroplane that was built by the Wright brothers? Basically, it flew for, I think, 5 seconds, right? It just flew for 5 seconds. Now, where is the space? I'm talking about the airport space at the moment around the world. What's built around the airports? You look at a flight path around the world, there's thousands of planes that flying all over. Now let's look at all those airports. Now look at all those vehicles that's filling the fuel. Look at all the pastry chefs, and the chefs have to prepare the meals for the planes. Then you look at all the luggage handlers. Then you look at all the airports with all the stores within the airport. Then you look at all the staff around the airport. Right now, the crypto space is where the Wright brothers just took off for that 5 seconds. The rest of the airport, the rest of the construction around the world, the jets, the rockets, all of that has to be built. You guys are right now where the Wright brothers created the first aeroplane, and we still have to go through that whole process. So what you're looking at is just early days. Believe you me, Bitcoin is going to be $43 million for one Bitcoin. BNB is going to be, well, they're saying $10,000 by 2030. I can see that price projection was done before Donald Trump could become president. And as of, did I not put this on the group? Let me just share this with you guys while you guys are on the call, because some of you may not see this, once you jump off this call. Let's go here, and let me just share this. Okay. Let's open this up here. You guys can see this. This says Elon Musk just quietly confirmed a huge Bitcoin and crypto price game changer. Okay. And you can see the date here, 25th November, 2024. Okay. Now let's look at this. Bitcoin is surged back towards the psychological 100,000. Unlock over 3,000 in perks, including unparalleled access to community of the top Web3 entrepreneurs. Guys, you listened to Zeph when he was doing the wallet. What did he say? What wallet we have? A Web3 wallet, right? Everybody, we are now in the Web3 space with blockchain. So pay attention to all the keywords. If you were sleeping while Zeph was speaking, then you just lost out. It says community of Web3 entrepreneurs, creators, and investors, providing you with the premium networking priority, access to global events, free access to Forbes.com and our Forbes crypto asset and blockchain advisor newsletter. This, guys, is happening as we speak. Elon Musk and Donald Trump. So we're the BNB price, and you are going to get paid in BNB and come on board for just 60 Rand. And if you are not focusing on this business, I don't know what else to tell you. I really don't know, guys. We can explain it for you, but we cannot understand it for you. That's the easiest way. That is why we want people who's joining us, not for you to be a crypto expert, not for you to say, hey, you know what, I am not sure, what have you. We want you to say us this, look, there's my $60, right? But I don't understand this. Can you show me? Can you teach me? I'm hungry. And That's who we want to do business with. Okay. So somebody says, Odwa says, please help me invite people under my team. People do not trust me. Okay, Odwa, let me explain something to you. I don't know what you do for a living or where you are in your life right now, right, financially, but your circle of friends and family know you as what? Know you for what you're doing currently. They do not know you as a blockchain expert. If you come out of the blues and you tell them, hey, you know what, I'm going to make R1 million. Would you like to make R1 million in 12 months? Now, we know where you're coming from. It's from the facts that you're seeing here, but they don't know the facts. They don't know what they don't know. Okay. But what if you told them this? Hey, you know what? I just got a call with a guy who actually bought a Mustang with Bitcoin. And he's been in the crypto space for a long time. And I need you to have a look at this. I want you to have a look at this and give me advice. Don't go and tell him about making money, because if you didn't show him how he's going to do it and how big the space is, nobody can wrap their minds around the space if they don't come onto the calls, unless they are from the space. Like you speak to Ndumi, you speak to Pastor Jerome, you speak to Ronnie, they are in the space. So when you talk about these numbers, oh yes, okay, smart contract, I get it. But people who don't know the space, you do not go and explain the business to them. That is why they'll tell you no and what have you. You need to invite them to the calls. So the easiest and quickest way to build this business is inviting people to these calls. And I think we do a lot of back office training and what have you. I want to do a really, really good training on how to invite people to these calls, because once people come on, they'll be able to learn about the back office and all of that there. That we would learn. But how do you invite? That is a key training piece that we need to do. So I'm going to speak to Zaf and Frankie. We really like to do a session.
I think that's brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, Frankie, if you look at this, I mean, I'm watching the trainings every Saturday. It's excellent for the new members to hop on and have a look at the back office training, what have you. But what's the key thing is to put bums on seats. That's what we need to
100%.
do. And our members out there, if they can get that right, just bring people to the information. They don't need to go out and explain and people to ridicule them. And yet we know the numbers, right? But think about it, Frankie. If somebody said, I'll make R1 million in 12 months, would you really take them seriously? Like, no. But if you sit down methodically and go to the process.
But that's exactly it, and Shane, the thing is, speak to the people's needs where they are at the moment, because for you, yes, a person can speak to you about $500,000. That's not, you've got your mind is already there a long time ago. But for the next guy, it might be 1,500, maybe 1,500 is all it's going to take to really make. I mean, if anybody on this call could make an extra $1,500, what a pleasure. I mean, today I was just looking just now. In fact, I think I was paid just now like $60 or something. Do you know what I mean? Like just like that, guys.
While I was talking to you, I
Yeah.
just calculated how many BNB came in now in the last 10 minutes, and it's 1,744 Rand that just came in now. So,
Yeah.
I mean, guys, it's not about making the million. It's about, you see, if I show you this, right? I just went and added all of this up here. It came to 0.156. It's about 1,700 Rand. So, I mean, if I wasn't here, Frankie wasn't here, Zaf wasn't here, how would we have grown the business? So you guys need to treat this like a R1 million business, and it would pay you R1 million. Back to you, Frankie. You were saying something.
Yeah, no, and the thing is, this is going somewhere whether people climb on or they don't climb on, but you have an opportunity in your hands right now. And I think, well, in fact, we are speaking to a team of people out there that really see it for what it is. It is not just a $60 opportunity. This is truly a 35,000 BNB opportunity. And what's one BNB? Over $600. So 35,000 times 600. And then put that into, and then convert it into a Rand, which is times almost 19, I think it is, or if it is 19. So guys, you have in your hands an incredible opportunity. And guess what? You need to do this quickly. Don't beg anybody to join this business. Those are not the people that we want on this call and in our business. And we want you to get in with your $60, but very quickly, like Shane said, within 12 hours, you have to put 2 people in the business. They have to have the same vision as you do. When that happens, your business spirals and you have a team of thousands like we have in just it's not even 2 months.
Yeah.
I don't think that Zaf's going to be able to join us. I'm pretty sure he's still busy with his calls. So unless anyone's got any more calls, maybe we can just
Yeah.
they can get back together with the person that invited them. We are back tomorrow evening.
Yes, we are.
And they should come back and they should bring at least, 5 or 6 friends with them to the call tomorrow, because then they'll explode their business.
Yeah,
Pastor
guys.
Jerome, I don't know if you've got anything to add. I don't know, is everyone's mics muted? Maybe somebody's got a question on the call or a testimony that they'd like to share with us.
I think, Frankie, if I can just come in there, I think one thing that's important that I've realized, and that's important, as Shane is saying, that you must treat this like $1 million business that it is. So you have to work on the business every single day. You have to be in it. There's not a day that can your app. I am on my app. I don't know how many times a day checking the activity and seeing what's happening. So you have to work at it. You have to be at it every single day. Like I said, there's persistence and there's intensity. Your persistence and your commitment to what you're doing is what is going to bring you the results. And the only limitation that you have is the limitation that you have placed for yourself in your mind. If one wants to ask who's responsible for me not being where I'm supposed to be, look in the mirror. The person looking right back at you, that's the person that's responsible. And you can change the narrative. You can change the status quo by just making up your mind and pursuing your future.
Totally agree. And Shane says it so beautifully every time. He's like, this is the
and your
time.
destiny.
2
So I see
hours.
what you're saying. Thank you for
Work on your own. Work on your own business.
Yeah,
We
if
work
I could go
for
back,
an employer.
Frankie, if I could go back, right? How many of you guys on this call knew that Pick n Pay did R1 million worth of business? Well, that reminds me, I was supposed to, okay, I'll definitely have the video.
Only learnt it the other day. And I
Right.
mean, you saw me the other day when I was looking at my Bitcoin. I was like, I can't believe I can actually pay at Pick n Pay. Meanwhile, it happened like 8 years ago. Where was I? Under a rock? Because things are happening and we are not figuring it out because government
Yeah, true.
wants to keep us poor. Employers want to keep
Yeah.
us poor.
Yeah. Guess what, guys? I found the video. Let me show you. How's that for luck? Check this out, guys. It's just 44 seconds. Check this out.
So today we're going to do a different type of transaction at the point of sale. We're going to buy dried fruit using Bitcoin. So the cashier scans the article. I tell the cashier I'm going to pay using Bitcoin. In the meantime, I fire up the Luno app, choose the scan option. Electron now makes a call to Luno, who now issues us with a QR code to now scan. And it tells you how many Bitcoin you're going to be spending. And off you go. So there you see the first Bitcoin transaction at a Pick n Pay point of sale.
Did you guys see that? I'm just trying to show you. I'm just trying to look. Okay, I can't find. Okay, I'm gonna look for the exact date of that, right? Of this video. This must be somewhere. Frankie, imagine this is what I was promoting like 7 years ago, 7 or 8 years ago, this video here. And nobody believed me that this is going to become into fruition. Nobody.
No, it's crazy. But guys, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for hosting Pastor Jerome and for the wonderful presentation, Shane, and in Zaf's absence. Thanks to him too for his incredible time. I know Alicia and my team went mentor today, which is fantastic, and she's so excited. She was hopping around like she's so excited, and nobody deserves it more than she does because she really helps her team. So God bless all of you. Massive love to everyone that's on this call. Please get together with the person that invited you, and if you've got any questions, ask them, but get in ASAP so that we can get your businesses off the ground. All right, guys, that's a wrap.
Cool. Thank you, Pastor. Thank you, Frankie. Thank you, guys. Good night.
All right. Thank you, Frankie. Thank you,
God
Shane.
bless, guys.
Thank
You
you,
guys
Dumi.
tomorrow.
Good night.